As you begin to listen, or perhaps notice how you're already listening in a way that's deeper than before, you might start to wonder, how does change really happen? Not the kind of change that feels forced, but the kind that just unfolds naturally, effortlessly, as if it was always meant to be. Because that's the thing about learning, isn't it? The moment you stop trying so hard, the moment you just allow yourself to absorb, to flow with the rhythm of the words, to follow the patterns without needing to analyse them, that is when it happens. That's when the mind opens effortlessly, curiously, as if it was always waiting for this moment. And you may have noticed before, haven't you? How some people, they just seem to have this presence, this way of speaking that draws you in, that makes you lean closer, that captures your attention in a way you don't even think about. It's not just about the words they say, is it? It's something deeper. The pauses, the tone. That their words, they seem to land at just the right moment, as if they were speaking directly to the deepest part of you. Because that's the secret, isn't it? The words themselves, they're just the surface. Beneath them there's a rhythm, a structure, a way of guiding the mind so naturally, so smoothly, that the conscious mind simply follows along, while the unconscious mind understands something even more profound. And the beauty of it is, you've already begun to do it. You've already started noticing the patterns, the shifts, the subtle changes in the way you perceive communication itself. Because once you see it, once you feel it, it's impossible to unsee it. It's as if a new doorway is opened, revealing something that was always there, just waiting for you to step through. And that's when the real transformation begins. When you start to notice how easily the right words come to you, how effortlessly you can frame an idea in a way that just makes sense to others, how naturally you can lead a conversation exactly where you want it to go, without resistance, without struggle, just flow. And the deeper you go, the more you realize it's not about trying harder, it's about letting go. It's about stepping into that space where persuasion, influence and connection, they become second nature, where the right words simply appear, as if they're always meant to be spoken. You don't have to wonder how it works, because you already feel it working now. And as you listen, or perhaps as you simply allow yourself to feel these words moving through you, something begins to shift. It's subtle at first. It's like the way the wind changes just before the seasons turn, like the way the tide begins to pull before the waves rise. You don't have to force it. You don't even have to think about it, because it's already happening. And isn't it fascinating how the mind learns? How even before you're aware of it, your unconscious mind is already making connections, already adjusting, already aligning with something deeper, something powerful, something that was always meant to be yours. And maybe you've felt it before, that sense of certainty, that knowing deep inside, that you're tapping into something effortless. Because the truth is, communication, real, powerful, hypnotic communication, it isn't about trying, it's about allowing. It's about stepping into that space, where words aren't just words, they're doorways, they're invitations, they're signals that bypass the noise, and they go straight to the part of the mind that knows. When you think about those moments where everything just clicked, where you said exactly the right thing at exactly the right time, where someone looked at you and you felt the connection, those moments, they weren't planned, were they? They just happened because deep down you already know how to do this. You were born knowing. This is not something new. It's something remembered. And as you remember now, as the deeper part of you awakens to what it's always known, you start to see the patterns, the rhythms, the unspoken structure beneath the surface of every interaction, every conversation, every moment of influence. It's always been there, waiting for you to notice, because there's something truly liberating about understanding that every belief, every limitation, every old idea that no longer serves you, it was just a story. A story that can be rewritten, reshaped, reframed effortlessly. And as you step into this new way of seeing, of being, you begin to notice how easily the world bends to meet you. How naturally people respond. How quickly resistance melts away. As if it was never really there to begin with. Because when you embody this, when you live it, breathe it, become it, everything changes. And it's already begun, hasn't it? That shift, that expansion, that awareness growing stronger, with every word, every breath, every moment. Because once the mind opens to possibility, once it feels what's possible, it never goes back. And you don't even need to think about how or why, because you already know it's happening now, don't you?